Get ready for a high school action on the place for local sports, The Score. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. And by Dixon's Country Market in Benton, celebrating 10 years with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, where this afternoon the Score brings you live coverage of Class A Northfield hockey as the defending Class A North champions, the Skowhegan Riverhawks, host the Brunswick Dragons. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet along with A.J. Knight. Galen Neal is our videographer here this afternoon. You know the story of Skowhegan. They have been dominant again this year, just one loss. That was to Messalonski in a game we had a couple of weeks ago, not a couple of years ago. I'm not that far in the past. I know I'm stuck in the past. But anyhow, the Brunswick Dragons are a team that last year made it to the tournament. They suffered a heartbreaking loss to Mount Ararat in double overtime in the Class A North quarterfinals. They've got their two top scorers back this year in Kiki Dinsmore and Ava Wolferton, but they have been struck by COVID. Apparently, COVID has hit again in the Mid-Coast. In some cells, they have some 6 players out today. I got an email from Coach Carrie Sullivan as she was on the bus riding up here today, and she said, I honestly don't know what I'm going to go with for a lineup. So this undermanned team that's already struggled this year to a record of 2-7 is up against it today here in Skowhegan against this loaded Riverhawks team, which, say it with me now, is playing with their full lineup for the first time this year.
I didn't know which specific words you're going to use, but yeah, that's what I was going to make. The point I was going to make.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, I was just trying to say the same words as you, and I messed up. This is the first time Skowhegan gets their full team, and it's not like Skowhegan was missing depth. Skowhegan was missing Lainey LeBlanc, who we saw. We had that game. We noted it. She went out. She seemed to be in good spirits. She did have an ice pack on her head, but that was a concussion. She was out. And then, unfortunately, the other game, Savage goes out with a concussion as
Sedalia,
well.
Yep.
In Messalonski, another game that we had. So they've been playing without 2 of their big guns, and still 8-1. The one loss is by 1 point against what is a very good Messalonski team in the rain on the road. For this Brunswick team, that's just the COVID illnesses is kind of insult to injury, because this season they've won 2 games. They've scored in those 2 wins 10 combined goals. They have 12 total on the season.
Yeah, this year, Carrie Sullivan just hoping to make it to the dance and hang on. They lost 8 seniors from last season, so they've had some people try and step up. Interesting Facebook message conversation this morning with Coach Paula Dowdy of Skowhegan, asking her about her team and what's going on. And one of the things that she mentioned, one of the big challenges from game to game is playing on a different surface day in and day out. She used the phrase huge challenge for all field hockey teams. Surface, she said, is a key factor in the game of field hockey, as it is with ice hockey. One day on long grass with a bumpy field, the next day on turf, then on field that is nowhere near regulation, and then on a regulation field. It is something that the casual field hockey fan, or the casual field hockey broadcaster in my case, doesn't really think about. But the more games I see, and I've seen more this year than I ever have, I can certainly tell the difference. This is a natural turf, an all-grass field that is coiffed beautifully, very beautifully manicured. So it may not be a big factor, but when you go from this and you play Messalonskee on that turf there, or go down to Brunswick and play on their turf, it's a whole different ball game. And in this case today, Brunswick making the transition from artificial turf to the natural here. Yeah, and I think one of the other comments she said that stood out specifically about making that, she said she felt like grass was sort of the natural equalizer among teams. It is. As she mentioned, it's a real equalizer for teams not as skilled, and I totally believe that. It's just like the mud in football. It can neutralize a quick team, a team that uses quickness and skill, and that's where the term mudder comes from. We hear about it in horse racing. We know about it in football. It certainly does make a difference. And not to take away any, Messalonskee is a great team, but I think an example of that is that first goal Messalonskee scored against Skowhegan that we had. That shot came from 40 yards out, quickly found its way on the goal. You get a ricochet, and all of a sudden there's a rebound there that Messalonskee cleans up, and that's your first goal of the game. I'm not saying you can't pull that off necessarily here in Skowhegan, but you better put a lot of oomph in a shot that's got to go 40 yards to hit the goal. Just to remind you that every game that we live stream here on The Score ends up in the Score's vault. That's at centralmainsports.com. It is always going to be there, absolutely positively free. So go to centralmainsports.com, click on Vault, and you will find every game, including this one, after it's done later on here on The Score. We'll take a timeout. We are back with field hockey, Skowhegan and Brunswick, coming up after this on The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
201 Tire, Battery, and Service and the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, ready to go. Skowhegan and Brunswick in field hockey this afternoon. Just had a stirring rendition of our national anthem done by Skowhegan High School student Evelyn LaCroix, who has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. She is utterly spectacular.
Yeah, Mike was moved to tears.
She is so good. What a talent.
And she will be back Friday.
Yes, we're going to have her Friday night singing the anthem for Skowhegan football. That's our next football game Friday night here at Reggie Clark Memorial Field, or over there at Reggie Clark Memorial Field at 7. We've got a double dip of football this weekend, Saturday in Winslow, Brewer, and Winslow at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of Evelyn singing is going to quickly be juxtaposed with what I assume is going to be a muck-it-up game because it's rivalries on Friday. And then for any of those that have checked out the vault, if not, I recommend it's always free, centralmainesports.com. When we go to Winslow, games are interesting.
They're always fun. We've had that wacky Madison game and that crazy Belfast game with Winslow. So Skowhegan in the whites with the black numerals. That is Lainey LeBlanc you see there with the very recognizable yellow headband. Ellie Quinn right behind her. And Quinn flips it up. We are underway. Skowhegan 7 out of 8 this year. The only loss to Messalonski in a game we had here on the score 2-1 in Oakland. Undermanned team today for Carrie Sullivan. Underwomaned team with COVID, about 6 players as far, or at least the last report that I had from her. In goal, however, at least they have their starting goalkeeper, Ella Duchette.
They're going to need her. The 3 games we broadcast this season, shots on goal, Skowhegan has outshot opponents. I think it's 55-8.
Holy boy. LeBlanc forcing the issue inside the zone, steals. Laney takes a trip in. Laney LeBlanc takes it right in front, knocked away from Laney. Back it goes to Quinn. Quinn trying to load it up, got a shot away, not much on it. Still loose, a flurry in front of the net, and it goes over on the far side. And Mason Atwood will bring it back out to the 25.
Yeah, a little bit of a blessing in disguise there for Brunswick. Quinn, I don't think is going to make too many divots that close.
Nope. That would have been a swing and a near miss that would have been more appropriate for Lakewood up the road. All right, this is going to go to Brunswick. Late whistle there. They're going to move the ball. So the Dragons with possession for the first time in goal for Skowhegan. Michaela Provost, who has had one game where she had some tests. That was against Messalonski, obviously.
And even that one was a 2-1 slugfest. Only 6 to 5 shots on goal, Messalonski. So just a lot of possession battling between those two teams.
And that's the last game that Sedalia Savage, who just gave the ball up there, number 1 for Skowhegan, played in because she got a concussion that night, and she's been out ever since.
You talked about Coach Dowdy's comments pregame when you talked to her a little bit. One of the interesting things I thought she pointed out, she talked specifically about the goggles as well.
Right. That's a controversy in Maine high school field hockey, the mandatory goggles. All right, scraping it up now for Brunswick is Wolverton. Ava Wolverton, one of their better players, one of their leading scorers. Ball is way out. She and Kiki Dinsmore, a lot of pressure on them with this young Brunswick team. Dinsmore is a senior, and Wolverton is a junior. On the near side, it is Layla Conway. Layla scoots it up. Layla ahead to LeBlanc, but no, it's out. Nope, it's going to be out off Brunswick, so Laney will play it.
Take a quick second for those watching the stream to let you know we have some obstacles, I suppose, for all the golf puns we try to get in our stream today. We make best, and Galen does best he can with our limitations.
Obstructed view, it's like being at the old Boston Garden, okay? You've got the awning that Skowhegan uses to cover themselves, although it's not protecting anyone against the sun, and that one is in. It's a score for Skowhegan. And the Riverhawks take a 1-0 lead. Let's see.
Quinn fired that.
Yep, she carried it out.
I was going to say, Conway took a swipe at it, but it didn't look like on the replay there that she got anything on it.
So Ellie scores first, just 3:04 in, and Skowhegan's up 1-0. The old Boston Garden, you have those not awnings, but building supports that were in the way. And, of course, at Fenway Park, there are still some. They still sell an obstructed view seat.
Yeah, same at Wrigley.
So you got the Skowhegan Field Hockey House, as I'll call it, and you've got Old Glory here as well. We'll make the best of it. Skowhegan 1-0. Ball is blown dead. Riverhawks jump right on it. Atwood up the sidelines, rolls over a Brunswick stick. Up it goes to Laney LeBlanc. Laney plays it in, lost it to Brunswick. Dragons play it to midfield as Conway is about to take control of it. A whistle goes back to Brunswick.
Yeah, Laney got a little bit too aggressive there in her defense.
Quinn whacks it in up the right side to Sophie Noyes. Sophie not able to handle, so out of bounds it goes.
Unsurprising, my talking point for the Brunswick Dragons and their key to the game is not really going to change. You're going to have to establish possession.
Possession is so vitally important.
Because if not, then your goalie, I think, might have a long day.
Indeed. Today's game is always brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Out of bounds, far side. Back in the Skowhegan zone. Whipped up there by Savage. Savage with 2 miss hits so far. Sedalia a little bit rusty.
And there she, I think, draws the whistle as well. So free hit here for a free stroke for Brunswick here, about 20 yards out.
Sadie Correa, there's a divot worthy of Lakewood. That one rolls inside. And a whistle right there. And this is going to be a penalty corner for the Dragons.
Yeah, Gentry was the cause of that whistle. And here's Brunswick. These are the opportunities you absolutely have to take advantage of. These can't just be, yay, we got possession. They have to be goals.
All right, first penalty corner. Back it goes, and they give it right up inside the circle. Quinn grabbed it. Then it was picked back up by Dinsmore. Rolled outside by Skowhegan. Jayla Gentry, a force defensively for Skowhegan, at least clears it out. It's picked back up by Bryant. Middle of the field, Savage. Savage pokes at it, whistle, Skowhegan ball. Savage up to Noyes, and Noyes can't grab it. Ahead of Skylar Augustine. Goes to Brunswick, and then immediately goes right back out. So it's a Skowhegan ball here. Mason Atwood waiting for the ball from the fans over there. That's a popular spot here on just a magnificent day. Talk about another Chamber of Commerce day.
Yeah, 100%.
Game time temperature, 83 degrees here in Skowhegan on October 3rd. Absolutely fantastic. Skowhegan up 1-0 on a goal by Quinn. Smacked up. Gentry stops it on the backhand. And a whistle right there with Sadie Correa, and they blow it dead again.
Yeah, these refs being pretty particular about waiting on that restart. Normally, field hockey, pretty quick-moving game.
Yeah, usually let them play faster than that. Savage. Over on the other side for Lucia Siren. Cleared back over into the Skowhegan zone. A breakout here from Brunswick. And nice check there from Savage back into the play. Sedalia 3 miss hits so far, though.
Yeah, another one.
A little bit off. Gave that one up. This is Correa. Correa advances inside, and then they stop it.
There's going to be a free stroke here from, 5 o'clock for Brunswick?
Pretty much. They play it back out. Tipped. Conway with it. Conway to LeBlanc. Serves it over to Noyes. Sophie. Up the right side. Sophie Noyes slaps it to the middle. Conway going to the net, swept out of there. Good defensive play made by Maddie Duchette. Atwood right back in. And that one is out. It'll be a Brunswick ball.
Yeah, Atwood lifted that one a little bit too high. Nice centering pass, or nice idea from Noyes. Unfortunately, kind of dropped it in between both LeBlanc and Conway, and Brunswick was able to get there first.
Dragons ball. Team that made it to the Class A North quarters last year. Bitter loss to a bitter rival, Mount Ararat, their crosstown rival.
Double overtime.
Yeah.
That's a heartbreaker.
Over here on the near side to Bruce, and Kaylee can't handle it, and it goes right to the scorers table where two Riverhawks ready to come in, Mayo and Price. All right, in it goes. Near midfield, McCormick, and a whistle behind the play, and they're going to give it back to Skowhegan.
Obviously, Brunswick's down 1-0, but I think has done a decent job. I think aided a little bit by Riverhawks' miscues more than anything, but, you know, you'll take the advantages where you can get them.
Quinn got it up to Conway, who tried to go to LeBlanc. LeBlanc was blocked, though. Paige Botts right in front of the Dragons bench. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Skowhegan's ball on the sideline. Gentry. Pass to Quinn. Ellie's got the goal. Ellie winds up looking for a deflection inside. Didn't get it. It goes wide to Noyes. And they're going to bring it back out for Skowhegan. It'll be a free hit.
She got a pretty good contact on that one. Unfortunately, not on goal, but still off those deflections. Skowhegan maintains possession.
Savage, nice stick handling move. Savage goes inside, winds up and blasts one. And I didn't see where it went.
It hit a couple of Brunswick legs and went out of bounds to the right of the goal. But before that, whistle before that. And I think it went against Skowhegan for, again, lifting that one up a little bit too high off the grass. Looks like both teams need a little bit of clarification on that as well.
All right, Brunswick ball. Stopped by Atwood. 5:10 left in the first period. It's 1-0 Skowhegan. Riverhawks have won 7 of 8 this year.
In dominating fashion. They've only given up 3 goals all season.
That's pretty dominant.
Yeah. Again, I made the joke when we were here last time. You score 1 goal, you go to overtime, because that's what happened with Mount Ararat. You score 2, you win. That's what the 3 goals are.
Pretty much. Pretty much narrows it down. It's not complicated. Midfield, Skowhegan ball. Riverhawks up 1-0. Back to Gentry. Jayla. Back over to Savage. Sedalia has to run it down. Taken away by Brunswick. This is Dinsmore. Inside. Can't get it past the defensive Callie Price. Cleared in the zone. Picked up by Felicity Jackson just in. Can't keep the handle. Now gets it back. Midfield, Noyes. Sophie down the sideline. Here comes Skowhegan. Trying to get it to Quinn or to LeBlanc, neither of whom can get it. Rolls over to Bruce. Kaylee trying to go inside, can't. Good defense there. Excellent play to break it out. And they get it to midfield. Yeah, Savage right back in.
Wolverton with the nice stick work on that last defensive possession.
Slapped in by Sedalia Savage. Trip up there. Brunswick player goes down. Now no call going in. LeBlanc shoots. It's a save or stopped by a defender in front. I'm not sure if that got through to Duchette.
Taking a look here. I think that hit pipe.
Did it? Okay. The glare down there, I didn't notice.
Take one more look here. Hard to track the ball.
Sadie Correa up the right side. And ending up on the turf there was Gemma Kennedy.
Yeah, it went behind Duchette because she lost track of it, and then it popped back out. So I think that hit post.
All right, Brunswick breaks it in, get a whistle, and it's Skowhegan's ball, and it rolls right onto their bench and right back to Brunswick. It will go. Neve Logan. Logan lost it to Quinn. Ellie works to the open space. Passes it up, and it eventually gets there to Noyes, and a whistle.
one going to go, I think, back to Brunswick. Skowhegan, considering their win streaks and obviously getting back to full health, just looks a little bit, they're just not as crisp as we're used to seeing them.
The full lineup is here, but they're a little bit off their game so far.
Of course, say that with a 1-0 lead.
All right, coming in is Stella Maxim. She's a freshman, part of the depth that Brunswick forced to use today with 6 people out because of illness, likely COVID. Ball rolls all the way back, and there is Gemma Kennedy. Kennedy rolled it out the far side.
Now looking for Noyes there about midfield, but got a lot on that one and Noyes couldn't track it down.
Paul Dowdy also this morning with some information on college for 3 of her players where they are headed to play field hockey, and we'll give you that coming up at halftime when we recap the first half, sponsored by Hammond Lumber Company. Here comes Ellie Quinn. Quinn with Conway. It rolls through. It's kicked out of there by Duchette. A strong save by Duchette. Off the stick of Quinn. Forechecking here is Lucia Searin. To the middle. Gentry jammed up there. Jayla comes away with the ball. Gentry scoops it up. Lets it go. Rolls through. Tipped it. It goes wide on the short side. Conway was there deep. Quinn was there deep.
That one just kind of a hold your breath for Brunswick. Rolled through a lot of contact and a couple deflections there. I think that last one by Conway yanked it from going on to the center to outside.
Under a minute to go in the first. 1-0 Skowhegan, a goal by Quinn. Bad giveaway there. Conway takes it right to the net. Coming out, Duchette. She kicked it away. Excellent save. Now back in Noyes. Noyes tried to wheel to the net. She was run off the play. Skowhegan sticks with it here. 30 seconds left in the first period. Quinn and a whistle just as she gains control. And the Riverhawks are going to have their first penalty corner of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have to go fast here. They only got 25 seconds left.
So 1-1 in penalty corners. And Layla Conway, as always,
12 seconds,
will be the distributor. Yeah, they will let play go even if the clock winds down. They will play through the penalty corner.
Yeah, I believe that's how Skowhegan won last year in overtime in state.
It is. Back it goes. LeBlanc, the shot by Savage, is kicked out by Duchette or deflected wide, and now that will be the end of the first period. 1 goal in the period scored by Ellie Quinn. The score at the end of one from Skowhegan. Riverhawks 1, Brunswick Dragons 0. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on the place for local sports, The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, back here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Galen Neal, our videographer, here on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in early autumn. It is 83 degrees here at game time, something you don't normally see in Skowhegan, Maine on October 3rd. But what you do normally see at this time of the year in Skowhegan is the Skowhegan field hockey team playing with a lead after the first period.
Yeah, I think and it came early, too. It was a really nice
3:04
shot by Quinn, and I think that the surprising thing is Brunswick has stuck with them a little bit as we've talked about them being depleted, but really, despite having their full lineup back, the Riverhawks just don't look as crisp
flat
as we're used to seeing them.
A little flat.
Bus legs, I think, is what you usually...
Yeah, maybe Skowhegan's got the bus legs today, but a little flat. Looking for improvement as we go to period number 2.
Regardless, it was 4-0 shots on goal first quarter.
Yeah.
And that's one of the stats that obviously really paints a picture.
But I would think all in all, the Kerry Sullivan, the Brunswick coach, not unhappy with what she saw in the first 12 minutes.
I agree.
Not unhappy. Maddie Duchette cleared it up, stopped. Right there's Mayo. Grace goes deep. Brunswick trying to clear, and they will get the benefit of the call here. It'll go to the Dragons.
I was looking at my roster because you said Maddie Duchette, and I was like, that's who I haven't known. It's Ella Duchette in goal.
Right. Got 2 Duchettes.
2 Duchettes.
Brunswick ball way down on the far side. Tough spot to get it in. They do. Stolen immediately by Skowhegan. Kept in. Nope. Goes out. LeBlanc. Can we get her twisted up? Skowhegan with the ball now. Charlotte Haney. Haney cleared it inside looking for Quinn. It's cleared off. And we'll get another penalty corner here for Skowhegan. This will be their second.
Yeah, Quinn had to try and track that one down. Again, Brunswick, I think, doing a pretty nice job getting sticks into passing lanes here on this end. But, giving up penalty corners, especially for a Skowhegan team that's not as crisp, is a recipe for disaster because you're going to let them get on track.
Layla Conway. Out to LeBlanc. Laney lets it go. It's blocked. Stick right out of the hand of the Brunswick defender. The rebound is blocked again. They try to knock it out of the air on a whistle. So 2 blocks there by Brunswick, and we will go for penalty corner number 3.
Yeah, tell me you've got shot power without telling me you got shot power. LeBlanc followed through that and just took the stick clean out of that hand.
All right, Conway. Skowhegan sets up. Quinn basically at the point. That's what they want to do. Set play, Savage, scoop, scores!
That one really easy, getting Savage in close there, and she's able to shoot that on the near side cake.
That's basically a one-timer in field hockey right there. And it's 2-0 Skowhegan, and they score off a PC.
That was one of the interesting things about our discussion or the comments that Coach Dowdy gave you, too, talking about how the different turfs make set plays more challenging as well.
Yep. Well, for years we've watched Major League Baseball be played on artificial turf and the true hops, especially going back to the old cookie cutter stadiums that came up in the 70s where, every hop was true, and then you go to, any other ballpark, Fenway, Wrigley, whatever, and there are inevitably going to be a bump here and there. There's a pebble or a rock here and there that can disrupt a ball. So same thing holds true here, although there's no skin on the infield or anything, but bumps on the field for sure. Right in close, and Duchette did have to make a couple of moves, and we'll have another penalty corner. This field really the pride and joy of former AD here, John Christopher, who worked endlessly on this thing.
There are putting greens that are jealous of this field.
I know. I mean, it's just spectacular. John worked on this so much.
Look, I don't want to tell an AD either because we joked with them. Somebody said, just do your job earlier. But, a bigger press box in the future could be his pride and joy.
Yeah, John Christopher's legacy is this field hockey field. Brian Jones could be a bigger press box with a buffet, all that kind of stuff. Maybe air conditioned for 83-degree days like this.
Speaking my language. The deadly wasp that keeps floating around.
Yeah, I killed one while you were gone.
I appreciate that.
I got one because I'm not a fan of wasps.
Who is?
I remember back in the day, I was working with the legendary Don Brown. And Don wasn't afraid of much, but any kind of insect, especially wasps, he carried a can of Raid wasp repellent with him. I don't care what time of the year it was. It could be January.
I like it.
And he had that in the car. And he would bring it during football season and during the spring in baseball and softball season. And that can of Raid was ever present with Don. And he had one in the studio, too, just in case one got inside.
Look, it's better to need it and not need it and have it, than need it and not have it.
Being prepared.
Yeah.
It's like a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Always be prepared. All right. Brunswick prepared to get it in. They do. Neve Logan got it in, and it's going to go right back to the Dragons as Quinn stopped it. Quinn disrupts again. Another whistle. Riverhawks with the ball. 10.5 to go in the first half. They lead Brunswick here 2-0.
Talk about how while Skowhegan hasn't looked their sharpest to start this one, it's also kind of taking on the life that I feel like all the Skowhegan games we've covered thus far this season have too, where it seems like they start slow, but man, once they get a goal or two, they start constricting possession time.
Right. All right, whistle there. They'll play fast. LeBlanc skims it up, trying to get a tip from Quinn in front. Conway got a scramble there, and it is in. A major scrum in front, and I believe putting it in was Charlotte Haney.
Yeah, Quinn got saved. Then all of a sudden, Doucette was on the ground, and then I think finally backdoor there, Haney was able to chip that one in.
So 3-0. Goal comes exactly at the 5-minute mark of the second.
Take one more look at that one, as you'll see that scrum that develops there. But I think Haney definitely got that one in backside. See if there's any more shots there as it gets poked. And then Haney just right spot, backhand.
Back to Savage. Sedalia up the right, trying to scoot it up there for Callie Price, and does. Let's reset things for you. Our game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Skowhegan 3 and Brunswick 0. Quinn, Savage, and Haney, the Riverhawks goals. So far, 4 penalty corners to 1 in favor of Skowhegan. Our game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine.
I give Quinn an assist as well on the Savage goal.
And that second goal right directly off a penalty corner.
Yes. Technically, there's a little bit of a scrum, so I think scoring-wise not so much, but the shot from Quinn is actually what created the scrum that allowed Haney to get her goal as well, so she's stirring the drink early.
A day off tomorrow because everybody is off tomorrow. There's no local sports. Everybody is off on Wednesday, the 4th. So we're back at it, actually back up here in Skowhegan. Boys soccer, Bangor and Skowhegan at 3. That's an early start Thursday at 3.
You know who's not off tomorrow is the morning drive.
No, opening drive definitely
drive,
on.
excuse
Yeah,
me.
you got the name of my show wrong.
I apologize.
That's okay.
Well, see, I say that, then you get to restate it again.
Day 1 of play in the wild card rounds of Major League Baseball's playoffs. We got 2 games this afternoon and 2 games tonight. We'll have, obviously, scores, highlights, and more coming up in the morning. We'll get a visit from Dave Peck, the main sportscaster of the year, now at NBC Connecticut. His latest on Cooper Flagg, because he obviously is in UConn's backyard, and he was here in Maine the year that Cooper was at Nokomis. Here is Quinn, winds up, shoots, it's blocked, might have been blocked in front by one of the...
I think she actually got it on this penalty corner. Here's the first shot. I think she got a second shot on that penalty corner that was saved again, and then she got knocked down.
All right, so the 5th penalty corner for Skowhegan as they talk about it.
And again, so I'm talking about Skowhegan kind of started slow, but man, seems like second quarter on against everybody except Meslonsky, and we didn't have the Mount Ararat game. They get to the second quarter, they just constrict possession.
Sophie Noyes, as Conway is out, Sophie Noyes will distribute. Noyes bounces it. Stopped nicely by Savage. Stick handle. Sedalia goes in, tries a backhander. It's right there in front, and unable to poke it in was Alberico. Daja right there, and the ball just went by her.
Yeah, you'll see here on quick replay, she missed that, and then Conway actually got a pretty good shot, too, but that one got saved. Watch the replay here. Savage right there, and Alberico just missed her chance, and then you'll see Conway gets a shot there that's blocked by Doucette, and the whistle gives it back to Brunswick.
All right, Dragons with the ball here. 6:40 left, first half. 3-0 Skowhegan. Brunswick, considering they're down 6 players, not playing badly at all. Quinn with a roller, bounces up. It's stopped loose, and it's going to be another penalty corner.
Already 6 for the Riverhawks.
And they've come quickly.
Yeah, and then again, you just see, I think that's what we talked about, right? A little bit not as crisp in that first quarter now. Maybe not quite what what you would expect from Skowhegan, but they're playing close to form and possession, penalty corner.
All right, Noise with Conway out of there will deal it. So be ready. To the top to Quinn. Tamps it down, shoots, it's blocked. And the loose ball goes by Callie Price, and it's cleared up by Brunswick. Only momentarily, though. Gemma Kennedy jumps right up, and a whistle. Kennedy with it again. Kind of fanned on that. Rolls up near the circle, and a whistle, and this will go to the Dragons, or will it? Nope. It's going to be back outside to Skowhegan.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Atwood.
Atwood takes a free stroke here just outside the circle.
Savage, Goodwood on that. Bounces up. It goes through, and it's tipped wide. Boy, that was a near miss. Duchette put her stick hand up to try and knock it down. I'm not sure if that's what deflected it out or if it was hit by another player before that.
Take one more look at this. Brunswick got a couple of sticks on it, and I'm not sure. Noise might have got a smack on it. That's what drove it wide, is what it looks like in the replay. But Brunswick's the one that ultimately popped it in the air.
All right, Dragons get it out. Gentry slows it up, though. Savage back. Savage blocked. Nice play by Neve Logan. Down the right side. Whistle. As she makes her way down, this would be a free hit. Brunswick's first foray into the offensive zone in a while. They get it inside the circle. Another whistle.
And this one, I think, goes against the Dragons. So, like you said, first foray in a while, and it ends just like that.
Gentry, a clear out left side. Got it up to Haney. Charlotte just scored for Skowhegan. It's going to go back to Brunswick, though. Skowhegan's last time out, a 1-0 win over Lawrence in Fairfield. That was a close game between the defending champs in A and B. Lawrence gotten better since the early part of the season. They had a tough time of it, including either a 9-0 or 9-1 loss to Coney, which, Coney's great. We've seen them.
Yeah, they're super good this year. That's what really that specific win for the Rams is what really made me pay attention to them.
3:20 left in the first. Conway back in the game. Layla fanned on the pass, trying to get up to Daja Albarico. Now Quinn. Ellie up the right side. Stopped. Atwood poking at it there, far side, right on the sideline. And she comes away with it, plays it back to Savage. And Skowhegan will start anew. Knocked down at midfield by Paige Botts. And running it up now is Logan.
And Logan going to get the whistle there, I think, against Gentry, trying to knock that one away. Another free hit here from Brunswick just outside the box.
2:40 left in the first. 3-0 Skowhegan. To the near sideline, and just able to keep it in there was Botts. Skowhegan, though, on the breakout. Albarico over midfield, hustling up. Duchette ahead for Wolverton. Stopped there by Quinn, but Wolverton stays with it. Rolls it up. Whistle. Skowhegan playing fast. Savage. They're going to make her stop.
Yeah, that bounce, that ball got up too high, hit Savage almost between the shoulder blades. That's what drew the whistle, and then Savage tried to quickly run with it. But again, like you said, these refs have been pretty quick on making sure that they don't go too fast.
Indeed.
Savage just took that one off the hand, I think.
All right, Logan swept it up. A double team there. Gentry took it away, knocked it over. Trying to pick it up now is Kiki Dinsmore, who's been held in check so far. One of the leading scorers for Brunswick, one of their better players coming back. A fan. Now Quinn with 1:25 left in the first half. Skowhegan a bit hemmed in here. Dinsmore poked away from Dinsmore by Quinn. Conway swept it over on the far side, tried to pick up Mayo, but she was checked. Grace goes down, gets her footing back. Mayo comes away with the ball. Now taken away from Grace Mayo with 1 minute left in the first half. Skowhegan scrapes it in. Conway run into. Play continues. Conway swept it up. Loose ball there. Alberico had a shot at it. But it is run off by Brunswick and run out of bounds, but knocked out of bounds by Haney. 30 seconds left. Alberico on the check. Haney on the check. It hits the foot of Stella Maxim. Stays in the zone. Quinn with 20 seconds. Fired it up. It's blocked. Cleared out. Ends up with Quinn. Quinn trying to get to Haney. Intercepted. Brunswick clears. This will finish the first half. It's picked up by Sedalia Savage, and that will run the clock out. She'll just rag it there, and that is the end of that. So, solid second period for Skowhegan after an up-and-down first period, and the Riverhawks will take a 3-goal lead into halftime. Score at the half from Skowhegan is Skowhegan 3 and Brunswick nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Cayman.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. It is halftime. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner online at hammondlumber.com. 3 goals in the game, all by the Skowhegan Riverhawks. They got a goal in the first, and they got 2 more in the second. Didn't take long. Ellie Quinn scored 3:04 in, and Skowhegan was on their way. They led 1-0 at that point.
Yeah, that one you saw Conway get a shot at it, and we've seen Skowhegan just in the last game we were here against Oxford Hills do that. The surprising thing, like you said, was how quickly that one came, and then it seemed like Skowhegan kind of got bogged down for the rest of the first quarter.
Yep, a little bit. 1-0 at the end of 1 in the second. Skowhegan scores twice. First one 2 minutes in, off a penalty corner by Sedalia Savage, back in the lineup for the first time in a few weeks.
Yeah, and that's got to feel good for her because she was out for quite a few games.
Since the Meso game.
Yeah, was that I think it was 4 or 5, right?
Yeah, at least that many games, yes. I think 2.5 weeks.
And it was, and that's what we talked a lot about for Skowhegan. Her, obviously, for that stretch. We were here for the first game of the season. LeBlanc went out with a head injury. We saw that. She had the ice pack.
On her head.
And so,
yeah, I mean, scary. Skowhegan with a full deck for the first time. So Savage back, and Savage, of course, does so much in the middle of the field and back in her own end to control play, and then you can see what she can do offensively as well once the ball is in close. So Savage off that penalty corner at 2 minutes, and then just 3 minutes later, exactly 5 minutes in, it was Charlotte Haney putting one in to make it 3-0.
And this, I think, is what you see when Skowhegan's at their best. LeBlanc puts that in there. You get a couple whacks at it, and then Haney just right spot, right time, a little backhand there. Nobody's there. Easiest goal I think she's probably ever gotten.
Penalty corners in the first half. Skowhegan had 6, Brunswick 1, so a 6-1 edge in penalty corners and a 3-0 edge on the scoreboard.
And then 10-0 shots on goal.
Yep, so the numbers do indeed tell the story here. The score at the half, 3-0 Skowhegan. We're back here Thursday for boys soccer. It's Bangor at Skowhegan at 3. Friday night, we're back here in Skowhegan as the Riverhawks take on the Lawrence Bulldogs, the Battle of Route 201 at 7 o'clock on Friday night. Then we're in Winslow for football on Saturday afternoon with Brewer at Winslow. Game time 1 o'clock. And remember, every game we broadcast on the Score ends up in the vault. Go to centralmainsports.com. Click on Vault. Every game is always there and always absolutely positively free.
100%. Or, you're listening to the opening drive each morning. Mike Vidal will tell you how to get there. I have it on the Facebook page. That's true, too. I was going to point out, too, I'm looking forward to Friday, 1, because it's a rivalry, obviously. Lawrence, Skowhegan, anytime they get together, I want to be there. 2, I think interesting for both teams because Lawrence coming off, I think, a solid offensive performance, but not many people are going to stop Noah Carpenter, obviously, but man, did the Leavitt Hornets take it to the Bulldogs on Friday in Fairfield. And Skowhegan with a surprising performance, ultimately falling short, but a surprising performance against a very good Messalonski team as they look like they're trending up as we're getting near the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you normally you wouldn't say, well, they lost 37-12 or 36. I forget which one it was. Maybe it's 36. But, they played better, and they won the week before. And they are trending in the right direction. So with the rivalry on the table as well, we'll see what happens Friday night. I mentioned that we would mention at halftime the 3 Skowhegan players who have verbally committed next year. Lainey LeBlanc will go to the University of New England and play field hockey and study education. Layla Conway is going to Bentley. They've got a great field hockey program there. I have a cousin, Emily Crowell, who is a senior captain on that team from Messalonski. She's playing there. So Conway goes to Bentley, and she will study business because that's one of the great business schools in the country, really. And Gemma Kennedy is going to Western New England University, and she is going to study engineering. So congrats to Layla, Gemma, and Lainey on their college choices, and good luck to them academically and with their field hockey futures, too.
I mean, 3 pretty good ones.
That's all they do here is crank them out. When Paula sent me that this morning, I said the factory continues. This is what they do. They produce field hockey players.
Especially, too, talking about the fact that by no means down or rebuilding, not even really retooling, but the talent, obviously, Skowhegan loses each year, but the track record, again, for Coach Dowdy, 43 seasons, 20 state championships, over 600 wins. I mean, factory.
Yeah, unfortunately, Skowhegan's factory days as a manufacturing community are pretty much over, but the factory now is field hockey. They don't make shoes here anymore. They don't make paper anymore. They don't make paper up in mat. It's field hockey players. That's what they manufacture here now. Although we still have New Balance around, so that's cool.
There's something.
That's something that's still happening here in the Skowhegan area. And, of course, the fantastic New Balance factory outlet store in Skowhegan, which I believe is on Factory Street, if I'm not mistaken. Believe it or not.
Brunswick here, a pretty quick, I think, free hit here up and close.
It is. So the Dragons with a quick opportunity. Brooke Bryant plays it back to Brown. Brown slapped it up. It goes wide to Provost.
That coach said, great idea. I think right there, too, he had a chance. I don't think anybody actually got a deflection. Not really, and Provost able to easily kind of just kick that and make sure it stays wide.
Lainey LeBlanc scoops up. Quinn sends away Conway. Conway has to retreat to get it. Layla down the sideline. Poked away. And back out. Nope, it's still in. Gentry over to Savage. Sedalia to Noyes. And again, we'll have the obstructed view a lot here in the second half. Skowhegan will be shooting at that net.
Ooh, shoulder block there for Quinn. She ran, she was trying to cut towards the pass. I think Noyes centered up for there. She ran face first into the shoulder of Darby Brown.
All right, so we go to the second half. Penalty corners, first one. And it'll be Conway. Layla Conway with LeBlanc at the point. Served out to her. She knocks it down, lays it back over. Set play here. The shot blocked. Excellent save there by Duchette. Rebound, spills out. Walking right in, LeBlanc, right on the doorstep. They poke at it. It's still loose, and now it's rolled wide.
Savage got, I think, that initial first great shot, and then LeBlanc got another great one. Credit to Brunswick for being able to weather that storm.
So, loaded up again.
Not even a penalty corner. This is straight up.
This is straight up penalty shot.
Yeah.
Geez, what are the odds here for Lainey LeBlanc against Ella Duchette? The shot, save! Wow, Ella Duchette stoned one of the great goal scorers in Maine, Lainey LeBlanc, on a penalty shot. That's what the odds are. Pretty good that Duchette is going to make the stop.
Man, do I wish that awning wasn't in the way. It was such a great save that you can't see on the stream, but wow.
Can we petition them to get an invisible see-through awning, maybe? I don't know. There must be some sort of new synthetic manufactured thing that you can see through that still repels the... I don't know.
But still, the dude, that was from, what would you say, Mike, 3 yards out?
Yeah, I mean, that's point blank, dead to rights.
And Doucette just trapped that, I think, between her knee pads.
Yes. A 5-hole save by Ella Duchette. As good a save as you're going to see. And Skowhegan still with a 3-0 lead.
That's what it's going to take. I mean, the teams that beat Skowhegan are either going to have to just keep so much possession, or you're going to have a goalie stand on her head.
LeBlanc to Conway, up in front to Quinn. Duchette comes out and kicks it away. Skowhegan still with it. Riverhawks keep it inside the circle. Right on the edge now, and it goes out finally on the far side, picked up by Bryant. Bryant belts it up. It's deflected off a Skowhegan player, and Bryant with it again in some open space. Back to midfield, LeBlanc. Laney over to Lucia Siren. Up to Atwood, that's going to go out.
Duchette already has 4 saves, and it's in the second half, and we're not even 4 minutes into the third quarter.
Busy. All right, bad pass there. It's going to be Skowhegan's ball. Siren. Lucia. A flip up by Quinn. Conway, though, curls up. Conway looking for a deflection. Got it, but it rolls wide.
Now, that one caught a stick and really got up in the air. Unfortunately, you said went wide there. I think, see where they reset this. Nobody's really clearing out of the circle, so I think it's going to be a free stroke just outside the circle.
Yes. Goes out to Savage. Savage at the line. They'll play it back. LeBlanc. Right down the middle, going to the net is Noyes. Atwood also closed in, but Brunswick able to clear it off. Gentry up to check. Gentry not able to keep it in. Nope. It went out off Brunswick. To LeBlanc. Pass is intercepted. Brunswick can't clear. Kept in. Atwood on it. It's going to stay with Skowhegan. Mason whacks it up. Up to Quinn. Quinn to Noyes inside the circle. Brunswick ball.
A whistle going against Noyes. It looks Skowhegan quickly force another turnover.
Got it back inside the circle. Loose there. It is poked at. Sophie Noyes there. Now Atwood with it outside the circle. Drives it in. It's blocked. Atwood trying to get that loose ball. Comes over near side. Picked up by Paige Botts. Botts can't get it out past Siren, but it's going to go to Brunswick. Clearing it up now for the Dragons. Ella Duchette hits the back of Savage. And it will stay with Brunswick. It's Brooke Bryant. Stolen by Atwood. And whistled. Back to Atwood and Skowhegan, a flip up. Back it goes. Darby Brown back there. Checked by Noyes. Noyes in front. Goes to the top of the circle. There's Savage. Savage on the backhand. Fanned on it. Savage again with the shot. Right in front. There is Conway. A center. Loose ball. Poked at by the foot of Duchette. And a penalty corner coming.
That Noyes, I think, that credit, I didn't see defensively who that was, but credit someone with a save there because Savage's shot was on goal, just happened to make it through and then catch a dragon standing back in the goal. And then Noyes got a shot there that was also saved, but brings up the penalty corner here, already the 8th.
Layla Conway with 7:55 left in the third, 3-0 Skowhegan. Skowhegan has scored one off a penalty corner. Conway to the point to LeBlanc. Laney. Pass behind the back. The shot by Savage is blocked. Loose in front. Poked at there by Lucia Sirin, and will do it again.
Savage got a good shot on that one, but Doucette standing tall to the task already. She had 6 saves in the first half, already 6 here in the second, and just 7:25 to go in the third.
And Skowhegan to work the other side now. Sophie Noyes will deal it. Sophie to the left of Duchette. Back to Noyes on the right of the circle. Way over on the other side to Savage. Savage goes in on the backhand, poked away, and a violation here on Skowhegan.
Yeah, Savage mishandled that initially and then tried to drag it backhand. That's what ultimately drew the whistle. And one of the few times that Skowhegan hasn't been able to get something good, at least, off of their penalty corners.
All right, so a Dragons ball. Haven't had much time of possession in the offensive end here in the second half. Have a chance now. Not for long, though. Quinn almost broke that up. Clear to near midfield. LeBlanc stole it. Whistle.
Skowhegan's going to end up with it here now about midfield, but that's a break because that was a weak hit ball, and Quinn was nearly intercepting that about the box.
All right, Savage weaving. Smacks it up. Deflected off a stick. Alberico there going to the net. Goes out past Maddie Duchette. And it'll be Skowhegan's ball.
What do you think Provost does on these games?
I always talk about the 5-hour energy. I mean, only one game this year has she been actively involved. A save by Duchette. That was a wicked blast there by Savage. Only one game has Michaela had to really show her stuff. Shot up, deflected by somebody in front off the stick of LeBlanc, a center. There is Atwood. Atwood slaps at it, blocked in front, and cleared out. And another penalty corner.
Yeah, that shot there by LeBlanc, I think, had Doucette all mixed up, caught a bounce there, and ultimately went wide. I think she was in pretty good position to potentially make a save there, but that's, I mean, same, right? Field hockey, regular hockey, just as much as anything, you count for some of those weird deflections and bounces.
5:05 left in the third. Conway with the penalty corner. LeBlanc at the top. They go over to Quinn, though, right to her side. Quinn over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc a shot wide.
And then not only was that wide of the goal, Conway was standing there backdoor. It was wide of her as well.
Layla runs the loose ball down. This will come out to the line. Free hit here for Skowhegan. Savage to LeBlanc. Which is kamikazed by a fly. Brunswick might be able to clear. Botts goes around LeBlanc. They get it over midfield. Not for long, though. Jayla Gentry, just as she winds up, they're going to give it back to the Dragons. If you, Galen, can get a shot on the Skowhegan bench of Paula Dowdy in the white hat, you might be able to see that Paula taking advantage of being able to coach barefooted, because there aren't many more days that you're going to be able to do that.
Somewhere my fiance's watching the stream
Yes.
smiling.
Yep. Ashley did our video yesterday, barefooted.
Yes, she did.
Right.
It was a beautiful day up in Pittsfield.
Sure was. Beautiful day in Skowhegan. Here's Conway. This is a break. Can it be broken up? She gets it. Conway ahead. Conway, a shot, score! She is deadly. She is a sniper.
How about
it is 4-0.
Conway? This long highlight starting on the breakaway is going to start on Coach Dowdy's feet. But as you'll get to see at least some of the stick work there, Conway, as much as that long pass set it up, more than anything, the stick work there to get through the defense was set herself up to get that one-on-one, and Duchette had no chance.
3:31 left in the third. It is now 4-0 Skowhegan. For Conway, her first of the day. The goals by Quinn, Savage, Haney, and now Conway. All right, Brunswick. Trying to get something. Again, if you're tuning in late, they are down 6 players today because of COVID. So a limited roster indeed. Even with a full roster, this would have been tough for Carrie Sullivan, but even more so today.
And then again, also if you're joining late, that's what Skowhegan finally getting back to full strength.
Right. First time the entire lineup has been together. All right, out deep, it is one of their JV, Stella Maxim.
Nice initial stop there by Mayo. And then she draws the whistle, and just like that, quickly going the other way is the Riverhawks.
Yep, doesn't take long. On the near sideline, Faith Pease just in, wearing number 11, curls to the net. Poked away from her by Brooke Bryant. Skowhegan's ball. Atwood outside the circle into Savage. Savage, a stick handle inside, knocked away. Brunswick trying to run it out. Neve Logan, just as she whacked it into the Skowhegan zone, a whistle.
Savage got a little bit too aggressive there defensively. She raised her hand. She knew she got that whistle as soon as they blew it. And right before in that offensive possession, kind of drove herself into a double team, just doing a little bit too much.
2 minutes left in the third. Over midfield, Pease. Left side, Quinn taking it toward the net. Good stick handle. Quinn on the offside. Quinn trying to backhand it in front. Pease there. Now we're going to get another penalty corner.
Nice job for Quinn to stick with it there ultimately. Brunswick initially, nice job because they kind of hemmed Quinn off and kind of boxed her up against the end line there. But you know, she's a talented stick hander, just as many of these Skowhegan girls are.
Minute and a half. And Ellie Quinn will distribute. Over to Pease. Well, I think that's what they were trying to do. It eventually rolled out near there. LeBlanc comes away with it. Laney checked. Good job there by Duchette to break it up. Now poked outside the circle. Reestablishing possession, Savage, but they give it to Brunswick.
And I looked at a little miscommunication there because it looked like it was headed straight for Pease, who didn't move, and it looked like backside LeBlanc was trying to cut that off quickly, maybe get a quick shot in, but just kind of didn't go according to plan.
All right, whistle playing fast. Savage. Savage always plays fast. Goes in, shoots. I think she fanned on it. Lost it in the awning. And it's run out of there briefly, then losing an edge. Trying to curl up was Grace Mayo. Mayo back up with the ball. Poke checked away from her by Bryant. Atwood to Mayo. And a whistle. Brunswick turns it back over. 20 seconds left. Siren. Siren, nice stick handle. Smacks it up inside the circle. Rolls all the way through. Right there in front. Trying to backhand it is Pease. Now Savage missed it. 10 seconds left. Brunswick runs it out. This should be enough to run the clock out. Kennedy to Siren, and that is it for the third. 3 done. Skowhegan cruising here on this beautiful early autumn afternoon in Skowhegan. The score at the end of 3. Skowhegan 4 and Brunswick nothing. You're watching and listening to high school field hockey on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, back here at Skowhegan High School. We today are accompanied by our wingman, also known as our videographer, Galen Neal. 4-0 here in favor of Skowhegan High School sports. All local sports on the score presented by Central Maine Community College. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. We've already given our tip of the hat to Central Maine Community College. Central Maine Motors Auto Group, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Remember, this game goes in the score vault after the game, or at least a few hours after the game.
Before the evening is done.
AJ has to have dinner first, and
Yes.
I don't blame him there.
Yeah.
CentralMaineSports.com is where you can find all of our games. They're always going to end up in the vault, and they will always be there free 24/7.
Yeah, you could go back and watch the opening game we did, which was Brewer here at Skowhegan Field Hockey from the 31st of August. You could go back and watch Messalonsky versus Kennebunkport in girls lacrosse, which opened our spring season if you wanted.
Boy, you're living in the past, man.
I just want everybody to know the options that are available.
They are there. They will. Everything on the internet lives forever. You know that.
That
Even
is
when you
true.
delete stuff, it stays there.
That's what my dad told me.
Exactly. So always go to centralmainsports.com. We got a steal here by Brunswick in the offensive zone. It's been a rock and share day for Michaela Provost in net for Skowhegan. There's been one penalty corner. Whoops, there's a bouncer, and I don't blame Daja Albarico for letting that one roll. One penalty corner, not much of a threat by Brunswick, and that's really it.
Yeah, I think there's really only been maybe two balls that Provost has really had to pay attention to. No official shots on goal for the Dragons.
All right, Augustine whacks it up. Albarico there to check it. And a whistle right in front of us. Atwood has to let it go, and it's going to be Skylar Augustine. A muff. Albarico tries to sweep it up. Kept alive, but too many Riverhawks there. Good work, though, from the backside there by Quinn McCormick. But Skowhegan able to clear it up, and it's going to go all the way out.
Ironically, my defensive strategy for Skowhegan football is going to be that they're going to have to be too many Riverhawks playing defense against the run.
Okay.
That is one of my keys.
So
to the
stack
game.
the box, is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay, eight men in the box. Okay.
Be interesting. That game, I think, really, you talked about mudding earlier, potentially because I think Skowhegan's improvement has come because they've finally been able to, I think, assert some physical presence on the lines.
Yeah, but that Lawrence team, we'll see what the status of Cam Dostey is for Friday night.
That was so sad to see.
Certainly a huge force in the middle of their offensive and defensive lines, but nobody can muck it up better than Lawrence with their running game.
That is factual.
So,
not to mention, as one of my favorite highlights was well into the first quarter. How about Burnham? With that kind of speed that he had, like the fifth running back, and that dude took off like a gun, like a bullet.
I went back and watched that one specific play, and it was unbelievable. The speed, the next gear that Jaden Burnham had to run away from everybody. Alberico in close here. Skowhegan establishing possession, and they score.
See who tracked that one out. Is that Quinn?
I'm waiting.
I believe that's Quinn. It's hard to see with the on. Yeah, it's Quinn.
Okay, so Quinn with goal number 2. And it comes at 2:48, and that means it's a 5-goal lead, and that means the clock will run no matter what now, although it stops very little in field hockey.
Yeah, it pretty much is almost always a running clock.
All right, this one will go to Brunswick. He'll have a free hit here. Referee sets up where the strike should come from. This is Duchette. Played it up on the end line. Lawrence, just as Alberico is ready to whack it, they stop play, so Quinn restarts. Quinn stopped. Ellie with 2 today. Midfield, back in by Brunswick. Near side for the Dragons, Sadie Correa. Taken away by Siren.
That was a great raid by Siren. She was breaking on that pass well before it came.
Lucia Siren has developed into a really good player for Skowhegan, just a junior. Quinn breaks the play up. Pass over to Haney. Charlotte's got a goal today. They try to get it at Quinn. It ends up on her stick. Quinn turns in. Quinn rolled it in front right there to Alberico on the doorstep. Alberico poking at it. And it is blown dead.
Well, the penalty corner.
We got a penalty corner coming.
Yeah, that shot, I think initially Duchette actually kicked that out. It just happened to bounce right towards Alberico.
So Skowhegan, I have this is the 6th of the second half?
Yes, that's what I have. So 12 total, 6 each half.
Conway. Down to 10 minutes or so left. Out deep, LeBlanc. Laney tees it up, goes wide.
Yeah, that one, she was a little bit off. Alberico, and I think that is for Skowhegan. Hard to see through an awning. I think it was Dodge as well. Yes, Dodge and Alberico were on that side, but neither of them could get a deflection there.
Midfield goes by Siren. Gemma Kennedy back, and it's out.
Off a Riverhawk.
Yeah, it went off Siren. It just grazed her stick. Brunswick playing fast. The shot up there by Dinsmore went over the stick of Siren, and it didn't touch Lucia's stick.
Yeah, heads-up play there by Kennedy. I think she was going to try and slow that down and then recognize and kind of pulled her stick up at the last second. You can't fault Brunswick, I think, for trying to play fast there, but I think also you see trying to play fast a little bit sloppy.
Here comes Quinn. Alberico and Conway fill the lanes. Quinn laid it up a little too far ahead for Alberico. Now Daja comes away with it. Centers. Quinn trying to tee it up. Shot saved Duchette. It bounces high. She knocks it down in a whistle. And another penalty corner for Skowhegan.
I've got Duchette with 11 saves this half. That was also Quinn's 9th shot.
She's been busy. 9 shots? Holy boy. She's
on
a
goal.
shooter.
On goal.
She's a shooter.
Meaning they either went in or had to be saved or were stopped by a post.
Conway to set it up. LeBlanc. Laney teed it up there. It's blocked by Brooke Bryant. Still loose, about 10 feet in front. Squirts over, ends up in, but it is not a goal.
That whistle before that last shot. Savage with a nice backhand to herself there, then a shot that got blocked in front. And then the whistle before that one goes in the net.
All right, Quinn took it away. 8 minutes left. Quinn in front on the doorstep yet again. A poke.
Conway initially got stuffed there by Duchette, and then a whistle against Skowhegan after the Repeated pokes, as you say.
Ooh, Ellie Quinn knocked down. She got put down by Brooke Bryant.
A little chit-chat,
Yeah.
I think, with Brunswick and one of the refs.
Savage started too soon.
Ooh, I think somebody said a naughty word, and I think that changed from a free stroke to a
penalty corner.
Penalty corner.
Wow. Okay.
Somebody, I think, said something not nice.
7:15 and a penalty corner here. Again, the party starter is Layla Conway. Haney to the point, right side. The shot by Quinn. It was a blast. A save by Duchette. She is sprawled in front. It rolls in.
That was an absolute laser from Quinn. And then LeBlanc, I think, got initially stopped and kept sticking with it and then ultimately put a backhand in.
So Laney scores. And it is 6-0.
But like you said, that was a laser. By the way, I've got Duchette now in game total, 20 saves. 20.
A lot of shots.
Yeah.
All right, time called, and this will stop the clock.
I think this got to be an explanation for why there was a penalty corner, because initially that was a free hit from the box.
Yeah.
And that was on obviously where Quinn ended up down on the ground. And then I think there was some discussion, and now I think both coaches are getting the explanation here why that all of a sudden went from a free hit to a penalty corner.
So Paula Dowdy, Carrie Sullivan out there. No goal.
Oh, now take that back.
And Paula Dowdy not a fan of it. Shaking her head, and I believe she did that. I believe she brushed them off.
So
LeBlanc's goal, never mind. What's that? No. Brian Jones with the definitive word. The goalie's helmet came off, and by rule, play is stopped as soon as it comes off.
Gotcha.
So that's that. That said, we go back to another penalty corner.
So this would still be penalty corner
right,
13
right,
then,
yeah.
right?
Layla Conway. Out front to Savage. Bounced up. She comes away with it. Savage in close shots. Duchette with a save. Loose right there on the doorstep. It's Alberico sweeping it up. And did it go in?
No, I think she pulled it off the side, didn't she?
Yeah, it's a penalty corner.
I was going to say. So hear me out, Mike. That whole penalty corner is not wiped, just the goal, right? So technically
Right.
that was 14, and this is 15.
Yes.
Okay. 15's a lot.
Sure is. Conway tees it up. Slowly, they want to get it to LeBlanc, or check that. They want to get it to Siren, never got there. Then they whistle it and give it to Brunswick.
Yeah, Siren trying to backhand that to Siren, like you said, or Savage, trying to backhand that to Siren, but missed.
So 15 total penalty corners. Look at the stick handling by Savage. Savage backhands it up. A save, Duchette. Loose ball right there on the doorstep. Conway centers it, rolls over to the other side. In the game now for Skowhegan is Jaden Dodge. And it's cleared out. Right up close. Run out by Brunswick. 5 minutes left in this one.
Alberico tried to center that across and just nobody home there.
Dragons out to midfield. Unfortunately, it ends up on the foot of Carrie Sullivan right there. Siren. To Quinn. Quinn midfield. Quinn blasts it down right side, goes out. Almost hit one of Paula Dowdy's bare feet.
Well, that would have been bad. 21 saves, Mike. That's what I've got for Duchette.
She's been active.
Like we said, against these teams, if you can't establish possession against Skowhegan, your goalie's going to be busy.
Yeah. Jaden Dodge. Out of sight, works it inside. Brunswick back there on the end line. Dragons run it up near side to Botts. Botts checked on the play by Dodge and a whistle. Skowhegan's ball, Jaden Dodge, excuse me.
That one took a bounce.
All the way over to the other side. Look at that ball handling skill there by Haney, huh?
Haney did that old-fashioned pop it up on the head of the club stick, whatever it was, a couple times there, and then turn it into a pass.
That thing you do with a golf club and a golf ball that I can't do?
No, yeah.
That's what she did, except she did it with a field hockey stick and a field hockey ball.
And during a game.
Right, which makes it even more cool. And, of course, it lives forever in the vault at centralmainsports.com. In front, Alberico, right there. She's stuffed. Run off by Brunswick. And they whistle it. It'll be the Dragons' ball, 3 minutes to go.
How about that game by Duchette there again, stuffing Alberico on the doorstep.
Ella Duchette is going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah.
And I would not want to be wearing the goalie tools that she is wearing on a day like today.
No.
Whew. Alberico walks in, over to the other side. Duchette is there. Pressure stays on by Skowhegan in front. And we are going to get a penalty corner.
10 this half.
5-0. And Skowhegan will look to run the clock out. 2 minutes to go. Savage to Quinn. Quinn winds up. Might have been a save there by Duchette with the left foot. And it's going to go to Brunswick.
Yeah, I think Duchette got a foot on that one.
Driven out, Siren. Lucia poked away. Ooh, did she take the worst of that? That was Quinn McCormick.
McCormick not only got shoulder blocked by Siren, the whistle was against her, so while she was gathering her wits to get back up, Siren took the free hit and put it right back in the box.
And she got up quick. I'll give her that. She got up very quickly. Midfield, Skowhegan has spent 99.9% of this half in the offensive zone.
Yes, factual.
That is no lie. All right, Lily Hanna. Midfield checked by LeBlanc. Now to Bryant. Bryant on the rush. Bryant works it down. Checked there by Kennedy. A whistle. This will stay with the Dragons. Under a minute to go.
Provost might have to do something.
Brooke Bryant brings it inside. 40 seconds left. Bryant. The shot gets through, and it's a score!
No.
Nope, no goal?
No
okay,
goal.
Too far. I thought it might have been tipped.
That's what I was looking for, too. I was waiting for the signal because Skowhegan seemed pretty adamant. It's not, as you'll see on the replay here. No tip. That ball comes from way too far out in the zone. And even though it finds its way in.
So, of course, Skowhegan takes it length of the field and gets another scoring chance for Quinn. Now back to Dodge. 5 seconds left. Poked away by Brunswick, and that will run the clock out. So a rocking chair victory for Skowhegan here today on this beautiful fall afternoon. Final score in this one, Skowhegan Riverhawks 5 and the Brunswick Dragons nothing. Our post-game show is next. This is high school field hockey on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here post-game at Skowhegan High School. A very workmanlike performance today for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. They win over Brunswick 5-0. They scored early. They scored fairly often. They scored in every period. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and as it turned out, 1 in the fourth. There was 1 also wiped out. So a 5-0 win. Ellie Quinn got him started, AJ, and again, it was a workmanlike performance, nothing flashy, nothing fancy out of Skowhegan today with their full lineup in place for the first time. They just took care of business.
Yeah, I think that we talked about it. It stood out to us in the first half, I think, because you talk about them having their full complement of players back. You thought, okay, they're going to take care of business and kind of a Brunswick team that's struggling this season, a Brunswick team without 6 players because of COVID. They're going to kind of take care of business, and they just seemed kind of flat is the word you use, and I think that's right. Not crisp, mostly. I use that because it just seemed like there were some passes that they were just missing. They were making some divots in the first quarter. They scored that first goal early, and then it seemed like it was their miscues allowed Brunswick to hang around. And then, as it has been, I think in the Skowhegan games we've done, even with them winning 3 of the 4 we've now broadcast, and in comfortable fashion, the 3 wins, they score that first goal. They score maybe a second one. All of a sudden, then it's like a boa constrictor. They just don't let the ball get past midfield, and they just pepper your goalie over and over again, and the stats show it.
Yeah, 3-0 at the half. Penalty corners in the first half, 5 for Skowhegan, just 1 for Brunswick. Here are the goals in the second half. First one scored by Layla Conway, 11:29 in.
I'll show you that one again. FYI, Mike, I will not have the second one, unfortunately.
Okay.
Just so you know. That darn awning. The first one I got, which is also, for those watching the stream, the reason it was zoomed in on Paula Dowdy's feet was we were talking about the weather.
Right.
Just so you know.
How she was coaching barefoot.
Yes. And then you saw Conway there with the stick work, put that one in. It was a really nice individual effort by her.
That made it 4-0. We went to the fourth, 2:48 in. Ellie Quinn, second of the day, made it 5-0. Penalty corners in the second half, 9. Do I have that correctly?
10.
10. All right. So 10 in the second half for a total of 16. 16. All right, and just 1.
1
for the entire game for Brunswick. So Skowhegan rolls on 8 of 9 now.
Yeah, and the shots on goal reflect again 32-0.
That says it all right there.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talk about you got to have possession. If you don't, you better have a goalie stand on your head to keep you in it. And I got Ella Duchette down for, in the second half alone, 18 saves, 24 on the day.
When you outshoot someone 32-0 in field hockey, that's a recipe for success. So that'll do it for us here today. We're back at it here on Thursday afternoon at 3. Boys soccer. It's Bangor at Skowhegan at 3 o'clock. Remember, this game ends up in the vault like all of our games. Go to centralmainsports.com. You can watch it 24/7 anytime you want to. For our videographer, Galen Neal, for AJ Knight, Mike Violet saying so long. From Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, final score in Class A Northfield hockey today, Skowhegan 5, Brunswick 0.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, The Harry J. Smith Company, Computer Improvements, Casella Waste, and by Dixon's Country Market. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.